What's up guys? Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Today's video is focused on a fashion editorial shoot that I did recently with two friends. One is a makeup artist that I actually mentioned in the last video I posted. If you haven't seen her, check it out here or here. Don't know which side it's going to be on. But she is amazing. Love her. Her name is Andrea. But our model today is Mia, and she is also amazing. She is very eccentric. I love it because her poses are really good and they're very out the box. A lot of things that I have in my head she does before I even say, which is very rare. But I love working with her. She's a great person to get to know. Andrea is too, honestly. But yeah, so I want to take you guys through the beginning of like putting the thing together and then the end of like the final product. Most fashion editorials have a team. You know, like you have the lighting team and the wardrobe team and the makeup team and, you know, post-production and all that. But it's just little me and a couple of friends. So if you would like to see how I put my ideas together or others' ideas together with me, myself, and a few friends, feel free to stick around. It's very doable. You don't need the world's biggest team to put things like this together, and you don't need the most expensive crew to come out with bomb pictures like the one I showed you in the beginning of this video. So yeah, stick around and we'll get right to it. For this look, this all came from the model herself. Mia sent this to me one day and was like, this is what I want to do, would you be down? And immediately I was like, yes, we can do that. I picked the location, I threw in a couple tidbits here and there, but the idea initially did come from her. This is the inspo that she sent me, and hopefully when you guys see the final images, you'll see kind of what I turned it into. And I do love these final images. I'm very proud of it, but I can't wait to show you guys the rest. For this first pose, everything was very impromptu. We actually had a snoot to use, and we found this window cutout, and it was just kind of magic, honestly. I immediately was like, let me do a half split light, do a little pose here and there, just see how it looks. I didn't know if I was going to continue to use it throughout the shoot, and it actually became the main lighting for the entire shoot. So get out of your comfort zone and really push yourself to see what you can do, because I plan to use just, you know, full lighting, fully lit, but this actually came out really beautiful. And you'll see throughout this shoot that I love to play with lighting. But check out the images because I think they came out really well. For the second pose, we got comfortable. We got used to the light, you can see here. I was gonna keep it here, and then I realized that I could move it, so I just moved it down to full body. This is me trying not to break the snoot. So I just moved it down to full body, and I wanted to see where the light would lay and, you know, what it would look like. She went into this pose, and I was like, yes, we got it, we're good. Living here all day, it's great, wonderful, I love it here. And this is really where the inspiration that she sent me was coming into play as well, with the poses, and the lighting really enhanced it in my mind. I think it did. But it was just so much fun to do this. She is a joy to work with. She's a lot of fun, and her poses are just really good. Now for this one, we wanted to incorporate some furniture. So you'll see she got excited. We had 2 white chairs to use, and our colors for the shoot was orange and white. So I think they played a really beautiful role in this shoot as far as detail and just, you know, something to play with. And they were also very like different shapes. Like this one was like a spiral chair, and you'll see later we had a L-shaped chair as well. And at the time I was like, okay, we'll turn the light off and shoot like full lighting, spotlighting. But when she sat down, I was like, oh, never mind. Also, this is a good time to mention, when you're shooting, pay attention to the detail when it comes to outfits, hair, nails, etc. Because she had a tie in the back of this shirt, like it was like a halter tie, and it was like a spider web type vibe in the back of her neck, and I was like, that's not cute. So I just moved it because it's easier to move right now than it would be to edit. Not that it's hard to edit at all, but it's just something to notice when you are shooting. Always make sure you're paying attention to detail. I'm not always paying attention to detail, not gonna lie. Sometimes I'll shoot just be in the vibe, and then when I get home I'm like, oh, I could have moved that a long time ago. But here you'll see I am just giving some more direction. I'm very in the moment when it comes to shooting, when it comes to posing. When I see it, I'll direct it. If I don't see it, I'll sit there and look at you for a second and be like, there's something missing. Or I'll say there's a pose here and I can't exactly see it. And usually when I say that, the model themselves will kind of go into something and I'll be like, yes, that's it. Or, move a little to the left, or put your arm here, or whatever. But I'm always open to the model's ideas as well. And here is a good example of me not being so clear with my direction. I'm trying really hard. It's really hard to explain what I see in my head when I'm trying to pose a model. And as you just saw, sometimes I say something and it gets interpreted a different way, or I'll try to pose myself and help you that way, but it doesn't always work out like that. But we get there eventually, no problem. And this is so pretty. So for this light, it was really hard for me to not be in the light while I was shooting, if that makes sense. Like you'll see here, I was kind of peeking through, but I was shooting the opposite direction, so I didn't get it in the shot. But overall, gorgeous images as always. Check them out. Alright, on our final pose, we used the L-shaped chair, and this is my favorite part of the entire shoot for me. I absolutely loved the curvature of everything, and let me tell you what I mean by that. So you'll see on the chair, it's curved, it's L-shaped, and the studio wall itself is actually curved as well. You could tell by the lighting right there. So for this, we just took it to the ground. Basically, we got very low with this. I was trying to figure out how to use this lighting in this way and make it cohesive, because I did this and brought it down, but it just did not look good. And I was trying to figure out, like, how do we move this? How do we use this? And if you ever work with me or watch any of my other videos, you'll notice that I love angles. So that's what I did. I played with the angles, and we just moved it all the way down and made it longer so she could extend more and just really play with the curve of everything. And this frame is really where I got my favorite shot of the day, and you'll see that at the end of this video. And it's actually the title card, if you saw that as well. So you probably have already seen it. But it's my favorite shot because it really just gives off the vibe for the entire shoot of what I was trying to capture. And with this lighting, you really have to be aware of where the eyes are, where the gaze is, just trying to figure out where to look and where to direct the attention, because many times I may have posed her or she may post herself and her eyes were covered with the frame, or it was more in the shadows than the light. For our last pose of the day, I just had her turn around and play off of the like upside down, fun, loving vibe that I see sometimes. I really do love a good upside down chair pose, but this was pretty fun because she was on the floor, so it wasn't like she would fall or anything, and it just really gave me such a cohesive pose all together with the light, the way the chair swooped down, flowing into her on the ground, right in the perfect frame of light. Like, it was just so gorgeous for me. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you've gotten a little more insight on how photo shoots work with me, how fashion works with me. I really enjoyed Mia and Andrea with this look. If you want to reach out to them, feel free. Their information will be in my description box below. If you want to reach out to me, also, information in the description box below. I'll also be blogging this shoot on my website. I'll leave that link as well. If you are into blogs or if you read blogs, feel free to check it out. It's just a little more physical detail about everything, a little more information, different photos, background photos, things like that. But until I see you guys again, thank you so much for watching. Love you all. Bye.